Saiu.
Dame esa cosa tonta, esa cosa fea. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. ¿Está mejor, verdad? Sí, porque esa cosa aquí está muy seco y hace... Sí. Esta no la trabaja. Está mejor eso, ¿no?
You think it's like 5 minutes when this is over?
Okay, Eric, good, yes.
Okay, let's talk to them. You're gonna talk to them? Yes.
Vou fazer café, viu? Pra mim. Oh my gosh.
Está trabajando muy rápido. Trabaja bien, pero trabaja mal. No es por ese problema.
¿Verdad que es el problema?
Ya, no sé si dado el problema.
Miss Lizzie, I'm going to say hello to you on TV.
But it's a risk. That's why I bought it. It's analog.
No, pero lo correcto sería comprarle no,
Por isso, comprei por isso. Estava todo, pero llegou aqui no trabalhou porque
Hey, Precious. Hi, Mommy. Grandma. Yes. When Grandpa does the video, does it go to this one and this one?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That TV. Yep.
Okay. 2 minutes, okay.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, Marge, 2 minutes.
Huh?
2 minutes.
Okay. Where are you filming? In your
In here,
office?
in my office. Can you make sure that nobody makes noise?
Yeah, I got close the kitchen door.
Monday?
Eu vou cerrar la puerta ya para que nadie
Okay.
entre, para que no
Okay.
haga ruido.
Okay. Okay, Carla.
We're gonna close the kitchen. Lizzie, you can eat over
The
there.
microphone?
We'll get it.
Okay.
I put one more
I
video,
think
so
you
in
don't
about
need
3
the
minutes.
microphone.
No.
3
No.
minutes?
Yeah.
No necesita de la mano
Ya
ahorita.
arreglamos.
Ya no necesito.
Ya, okay,
Okay.
hands free.
Oh, hands free. Beautiful. Hands free. Use the mic.
Yeah,
Bo- bo-
4
bo- bo-
minutes,
bo- bo.
Doc. We're gonna let one more play.
No. Lizzie, you need to leave this room now. Come on.
Oh my God. Goes play with this. Just see over there. Como é que fala just em inglês? Deixa eu outro telefone. Já sabe o telefone?
Eric, ¿vas a mover la cámara, oyes?
Siguiente va a ser aquí, ¿verdad?
Va a ser aquí, ¿verdad? Va a ser aquí. Empezando aquí hasta acá.
¿Movemos o dejamos?
Lo movemos. Ahí toca.
Ai, mas vai se
Empiezas de aquí, terminas de acá. Notas. You want to leave it?
No. Gracias. Ok. ¿Ya estamos listos?
Right.
Eso. Ok.
Y terminas allá. Wah. Más que nos dé el signo él.
Ok, já. Ok, agora distância.
Ok.
¿Cómo andamos?
Almost 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Ok.
2 minutes.
Gracias, Eric.
Ay, Dios mío.
Gracias. No, no, gracias.
Ay.
I feel safe with you, hombre. Hey, I don't know. I can't explain that, man.
Yeah.
I can't explain it.
Então você grita, né?
2 minutes?
Quando tiver 10 segundos, eu vou contar, na verdade, como se fosse 5. Ok?
Tá. Ok. We have time. Stay here. Don't go anywhere.
Can I take my 20 minutes nap?
Don't leave. Você foi fazer. O que foi?
Okay, 1 minute.
1 minute. We're recording. How's my audio?
Good, very good.
Alright, habla por más una palabra.
Testing 1 2. Testing. Testing 1 2.
Audio?
Good,
Testing
very
1 2.
Good?
Very good.
Okay. Testing 1 2.
Okay, so we ready to go?
No.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
From 10.
No, 20 seconds. 50 seconds. 5 seconds before you have to restart.
Okay. Okay, timer.
5, 4, 3, 2, go.
Hello and welcome back. I'm Dr. Valdez. We're talking about forgiveness. We were talking about forgiveness in the last session. We were talking about the greatest gift that you can give your mothers. Estamos hablando la última sesión de el mejor regalo que le pueden dar a sus madres es el perdón. El perdón para ellas, para los padres, para uno mismo y para todos, porque eso aliviana el ambiente del hogar. The importance of forgiveness is because it lightens the load on the heaviness in a home. I want to slow things down. Quiero hablar un poco más calmadito, otra vez de invisión. Yo tengo un programa que va a salir a las 8 de la mañana. I host a program that comes out at 8 in the morning and 8 in the evening. El programa mío también sale a las 8 de la noche. On that program, we talk about stepping stones. En ese programa hablamos de cómo tomar un paso por uno para mejorar nosotros y para mejorar a nuestra vida. The Stepping Stones program is designed to take you step by step on how to improve yourself so that you can in turn improve your life. Las canciones, los videos, todo lo que vamos a hacer está hecho para que sea positivo, que inspire y que motive. Everything we do, from quotations to songs, we want them to be positive, uplifting, and at the same time challenging. Earlier, I shared something with you. I shared this chalice. This chalice, the importance of this chalice is not so much how it looks on the outside. What's most important of the chalice is how it is on the inside. The outside is beautiful many times in a human being, but many times we have some issues that are going on inside of ourselves. A veces nos vemos muy bien como seres humanos por fuera, pero de vez en cuando tenemos que reflexionar y hacernos la pregunta, ¿cómo estoy por dentro? Así es que voy a hablar un poquito de cómo perdonamos. How do we forgive? ¿Cómo perdonamos a alguien que ya falleció? How do we forgive someone that has already passed on? As a matter of fact, how do we forgive ourselves when we haven't had an opportunity to ask for forgiveness of someone who has passed on? ¿Cómo nos perdonamos nosotros cuando una persona que le íbamos a pedir perdón ya falleció? Ahorita vamos a hablar de unas rocas, vamos a hablar de piedras que tienen una significancia muy grande. In a short while, we're going to be talking about different stones that have a great significance to me and will have some sense of significance to you. But for right now, I want to tell you about a man, a teacher, who taught me the love of hunting for rocks. Les quiero decir de un profesor mío que me introdució, me enseñó cómo tener amor para encontrando rocas en el estado natural, en el desierto, en el bosque. This wonderful teacher of mine, he loved me. And I knew he loved me. I was in the 3rd grade, and I loved him. And he knew I loved him. Este profesor me quería y yo sabía que me quería. Y yo también tenía un cariño para él como profesor. One day, some friends and kids in the playground were calling my teacher, Mr. Ogilvy, they were calling him Mr. Rockhead. They called him Mr. Rockhead because he loved rocks and because he was bald. Un día mi profesor iba caminando por la escuela y unos amigos y estudiantes le llamaron a mi profesor Mr. Ogilvy cabeza de piedra. A este profesor le encantaban las piedras. Un día, nomás para complacer a mis amigos, yo también le grité, Rockhead, le grité cabeza de piedra. One day, just to go along with some people, some friends, and some kids in the playground, I joined in on making fun of Mr. Ogilvy, and I called him Mr. Rockhead. And I saw his eyes. Yo vi los ojos de él. I saw his eyes when I said it. He really got hurt. He stopped. He turned around to look at me, and he gave me the look of, no, not you. Se lastimó este profesor mío cuando oyó que yo le hice burla. Y luego volteó a verme y como incrédulo de que yo no le iba a hacer burla. So many years passed, many years, I'm talking maybe 20 years passed since that time. When I was in my 30s, I remembered my teacher, Mr. Ogilvy. Pasaron unos 20 años después de ese evento y yo me acordé de mi profesor, Mr. Ogilvy. And I wanted to find Mr. Ogilvy and ask him to forgive me. And I wanted to tell Mr. Ogilvy that I loved him. Yo quise encontrar a mi profesor, Mr. Ogilvy, y decirle que me perdone, pedir perdón y también decirle que yo lo quiero. What happened is I found his number and I called his home, but his wife gave me the news that Mr. Ogilvy had passed away. Encontré el número de su casa y cuando llamé, su esposa me dio las malas noticias de que mi profesor ya había fallecido. Yo le expliqué a ella, I explained to her, his wife, about what happened with me and her husband. I told her how I wish I could talk to him and tell him how much I love rocks because of him, and how I take my grandchildren rock hunting, and I've taken my children out to the desert looking for rocks. Le dije a la esposa que cómo quisiera yo poder decirle a él que lo quería, que lo estimo, y que gracias a él yo tengo el amor de piedras, y ahora llevo a mis nietos al desierto a buscar piedras. Pero la pena mía estaba muy pesada. My pain inside was so deep. But this wonderful woman, very wise woman, esta señora llena de sabiduría, mire lo que me dijo. Me dijo, señor Valdés, ¿por qué no le escribe una carta a mi esposo? This wise woman told me, says, Mr. Valdés, why don't you write a letter to my husband? And then she said this, I will read it on his behalf. She said, I knew my husband, and if you loved him, he knew it. Okay? Write the letter and set yourself free. La señora me dice, mire, yo conocí a mi esposo bien porque es mi pareja. Si usted lo quería, él sabía. Y también él entendía ese día que usted reaccionó a base de su edad. Me dice, señor Valdés, escriba una carta y dígale lo que usted quiera y yo la leo en su lugar. So I took the time. I literally took a piece of paper and I penned with my own hand telling Mr. Ogilvy, I'm sorry. I told him, please forgive me. I told him, I miss you. I told him, I love you as my teacher. I told him about my grandchildren, my children, how we all love the rock, just being in nature. Le escribí la carta a Mr. Ogilvy. Y luego allí le puse que lo estimaba, que lo quería como mi profesor y el impacto que él tuvo en mi familia. Cuando ya terminé la carta, when I finished that letter, I put it in an envelope. I sealed the envelope. And when I put it in the mailbox, it was this pressure was taken off of me because I was able to express to this wonderful man, even though he's not here, I was able to express those hidden emotions that I had. Cuando puse la carta en el sobre y lo sellé, y cuando lo puse en el buzón, sentí una liberación de interno, la presión, la tensión que traía y la angustia, y me liberé yo de ese dolor. I was liberated from that pain that day. If you have a father, a mother, a grandfather that you never met, like I never met my grandparents, you can write them a letter. It's not for them. They're not here. It's for you. Si tiene un padre, una madre, un abuelo, abuela que tiene que hacer paz con esa persona y esa persona ya no está aquí. Si ya no está aquí, escriba la carta porque la carta no es para ellos. Ellos ya no están aquí. La carta es para usted, para nomás expresar las emociones internas que trae para liberarse. It's all about setting yourself free. Now that I've shared the story about Mr. Ogilvy, ya que les dije la historia de mi profesor, Les quiero enseñar unas rocas. I want to show you some rocks that are important to me. Rock number 1. This rock comes from the Cesar Chavez Memorial. Cesar Chavez was a wonderful man who made his step in history known to us all. The Hispanic community, we revere the memory of this man because he sacrificed his entire life to serve the migrant workers that back then had little or no rights. Esta roca viene del lugar donde está enterrado César Chávez. César Chávez fue uno de esos hombres que dejó su paso en la historia de la gente hispana. Él peleó, sacrificó y entregó su vida por esos campesinos que en esos tiempos no tenían nada de derechos. Esta roca me recuerda a mí y me pide, Carlos, ¿qué sacrificio vas a hacer tú? This rock asks me the question, what sacrifice am I going to make for the good of mankind? This rock can inspire you. You can find a rock that can ask you, what are you going to do with your life? Because it's about you, you see. Envision is not about me. It's not about Envision. It's about you. When you leave this wonderful planet, you want to leave with a sigh in your eye and a gleam in your eye and a sparkle in your eye, knowing you did it. At least you tried. Uno tiene que hacer la pregunta, ¿qué es lo que yo voy a hacer con mi vida? ¿Qué leyenda voy a dejar? ¿Qué historia voy a dejar en este planeta cuando Dios me llame? Uno quiere terminar este viaje con un brillo en los ojos, una sonrisa en los labios, sabiendo de que quizás no lo logré, pero atenté de hacer un cambio, contribuir a la humanidad. Tengo una roca. Esta piedra tan chiquita que es muy importante. This small little pebble is very important because it comes from the river Jordan. Viene del río Jordán. At the river Jordan is where Jesus Christ was baptized. En el río Jordán es donde Jesús fue bautizado. Baptized, the word baptized in Italian means baptizo. Baptizo. La palabra baptizar en italiano quiere decir baptizo. Baptizo quiere decir que estaba entero bajo el agua. Baptizo means through and through submerged. When you have a passion in your life, baptize yourself in it. Practice baptizo. Cuando tiene una pasión en su vida, entréguese en total. Baptizo, baptizado. En total, entréguese, porque de ahí viene el impacto que usted va a hacer en su vida. Empezando este proyecto de Invisión, yo estoy baptizándome. Me estoy baptizando. In this project that we are now birthing today, Envision Television, I am baptized in this whole thing. I am baptizing myself, submerging myself completely. Now, part of the journey is going to hurt when you make a strong decision. Cuando uno empieza un camino grande, a veces duele. Esta roca viene del jardín de Getsemaní. This rock comes from the Garden of Gethsemane. The Garden of Gethsemane is where Jesus Christ suffered, anguished, because he knew what his future held for him. It was death. Death of an innocent man, the Son of God, God in the flesh. He was going to sacrifice his love. He was going to sacrifice his life for you, for me, for all the wrong that we have done in life. And every single one of us is a flawed human being. Esta roca viene del jardín de Getsemaní. Allí en ese jardín Jesucristo, sabiendo su futuro, el Hijo de Dios, Dios en la carne, sufrió, agonizando por dentro. Cuando uno empieza un camino grande, duele, sabiendo que uno va a sacrificar todo lo que tiene dentro de uno. Pero se tiene que hacer. It's got to be done. The harder the more it hurts, the more you sacrifice, the greater the rewards. I'm all in. Baptizo. Yo ya estoy bautizado. Wherever you are in life, baptize yourself. Baptizo with your marriage. En donde esté usted en el camino de la vida, baptice. Usted mismo, usted misma, baptizo. Entréguese en total a su matrimonio, a sus hijos, a su profesión, a su comunidad, a la humanidad, a la fe en Dios, a su iglesia. Wherever you are in life, your walk, throw yourself into it. There's an old saying, if you're in it, get in. If you're not, get out. I'm asking you to get all in with your children, with your brothers, sisters, with your neighbors, with your community, with the body of church that you belong to. Throw yourself in, baptizo, and know that you're going to have to pay the price. But go the distance and dedicate yourself to something. This small piece of brick is an incredible piece of history, because this small piece of brick comes from Independence Hall in Philadelphia, where the Declaration of Independence was signed. Este pedazo de ladrillo es tan increíble porque aquí está un poco de historia. Este ladrillo, este pedazo viene de un ladrillo de donde se firmó la Declaración de Independencia de los Estados Unidos en Filadelfia. I hold this piece of brick to remind me to declare my independence. Este ladrillo me dice a mí que yo declare mi independencia. Every one of us have had something that oppresses us, be it a bad memory, a bad event, a bad habit, something in our character that we don't like. Todos tenemos algo o hemos tenido algo que nos oprime. Quizás una memoria mala, emociones, pensamientos del pasado. Quizás una área en el carácter suyo, mío, que nomás no estamos quietos con esa parte. Yo les pido lo que me pido a yo mismo, que se declaren su independencia. I ask you to do what I ask of myself, to declare your independence and set yourself free of whatever is oppressing you. Lo que sea que lo está oprimiendo, les ruego, les pido que declaren su independencia. This is the first time, this is the very first time that we have a DVD product. The very first product that we have available to you through InVision Television. It is a lecture that I myself provided for a live audience, and it is on declaring your independence. Este es el primer producto que tenemos, que le estamos ofreciendo a los que están viendo de InVision Television. Es un DVD en donde yo doy una lectura de cómo declararla, la independencia, y cómo lograrla. Les recomiendo a todos y les ruego que llamen al número 323-722-3300 y ordenen un DVD. Si usted es la persona que dice, yo no lo necesito, usted es la persona que debe de comprarlo para otra persona. This DVD will help you to identify the areas that you need to set yourself free. I'm asking you and begging you to call 323-722-3300 and order this. If you are the person who says, I don't need to be set free, you are the very person that should buy it even more so, because you can buy it for someone else. El que ya está liberado, the person who is already liberated and free, you know the freedom. You know the feeling of being free. Si usted ya está libre, usted ya sabe cómo se siente estar libre. ¿A poco no deseamos eso para otra persona? Quizás para un hijo, quizás para su esposa que está herida, quizás para su esposo que está en una compulsión, adicción, algo obsesivo que le está afectando. Maybe you have a son or a daughter who needs this DVD to set him or herself free. Maybe it's your husband who has an addiction, an obsession, anything, compulsive activity that's oppressing him. Maybe it's for someone, your neighbor, or a married person who's going through a tough time. Listen, this will help a person declare their independence. It's my heart that's asking you to please invest a little bit in yourselves and invest in others. Le estoy rogando del corazón que inviertan en ustedes mismos y inviertan por medio de amor en la vida de otros. Este producto está accesible para cualquier que llame. Lo tenemos en inglés y en español. We have this product available in English and in Spanish. So give us a call and my staff or someone will get this to you. Very important. Este candado, this lock, goes hand in hand with the idea of independence. Because until you declare your independence, you are technically, officially, and in fact, locked up. No one wants to live locked up. Este candado es simbólico de lo que estábamos hablando de liberación. Cuando uno no está libre, técnicamente estamos encerrados. Y el candado, this lock, everybody has the key. Este candado, todos tenemos la llave de liberarnos. Es el perdón y luego ese DVD le ayuda en cualquier área en donde está oprimido a liberarse. That DVD will help you to unlock yourself. Now, this rock, esta piedra, quizás es una piedra que se aplica a usted. This rock applies directly to you and directly to me. You see, because all of us are like this on the outside. And all of us have this unbelievable beauty on the inside. Todos somos así por fuera, pero todos tenemos una belleza interna que cuando uno la suelta, la libera, uno empieza a ver esas cosas que admiran otras personas, las empieza a ver en usted. When you allow the beauty that's inside of you to come out, you start seeing those traits that you see in another person, you start seeing them in yourself. So it's so important, es tan importante que uno se libere. It's so critical that you find the beauty inside you. Es crítico que encuentren la belleza dentro de ustedes. Nelson Mandela was being inaugurated as first president of Africa, of a man of color. And he said this, he said, our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. He said, our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, fabulous, and talented? He says, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. You were born to manifest the glory of God that is within you. And it's not just in some of us, but it's in all of us. And as you allow yourself to declare the beauty of God that's inside you, you automatically and subconsciously allow other people to do the same. Nelson Mandela, cuando lo inauguraron como el primer presidente de color en África, dijo, el miedo más grande no es de que no podemos. El miedo más grande que tenemos es que somos tan poderosos. Nos hacemos la pregunta, ¿quién soy yo de ser inteligente, fabuloso, increíble? Y él dice, yo te pregunto, ¿quién no eres? Tú eres un hijo, hija de Dios y fuiste hecha para manifestar la gloria que está dentro de ti. Y cuando manifiestas la gloria interna que Dios te puso dentro de ti, tú automáticamente y subconscientemente le das permiso a otra persona que haga lo mismo. Así es que declare su independencia. Crea en fe de que usted se puede liberar esa belleza que está dentro. Y lo más importante, the most important thing today is this, that you hold the key. Lo más importante es esto, de que usted tiene la llave. La llave es fe. The key is faith. You have to believe that whatever another human creature has done, you can do. Lo que tiene que creer es de que cualquier cosa que otro ser humano ha hecho, que usted también lo puede hacer. That is the key. The key is in faith. Pero la fe no es todo si uno no toma acción. Faith is not everything if you can't take action. So believe that you hold the key. Believe that you have the beauty. Know that you have the beauty. Crea que tiene la belleza y tiene que saber que la tiene. And then know that you are the key, as I am the key. I hold the key to my better future. Yo detengo la llave de mi mejor futuro, igualmente usted. You have the same key. Everybody wakes up in the morning with a blank page. And it's you and it's me who writes in that empty page. Todos nos levantamos con una página blanca en la mañana. Y usted y yo somos los que decidimos qué es los que escribimos. Les pido que escriban liberación. I ask you to write freedom. Freedom once and for all from anything that oppresses you. And if you need my counsel and my advice on that, order that DVD from our office and we will get it to you. To get that thing behind you, whatever it is. Ordenen ese DVD para ya de una vez liberarse y que eso ya despedirlo por siempre. Gracias, soy Dr. Valdez para Envision. Thank you, I'm Dr. Valdez for Envision. We will be coming back in about 25-30 minutes. Please enjoy some of the documentary and some of the nature scenes that we will be showing on our television. Regresaré en unos 25-30 minutos. Disfruten de los documentales que vamos a enseñar de naturaleza. Dios los bendiga. God bless you. Hope to see you soon. Ahorita los vemos.
Ready?
27 minutes.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
27 minutes, huh?
Oh, boy. Almost 30 minutes. Oh. It's not easy, no?
Cada vez mejor. Quedó en la misma frecuencia. La misma frecuencia estaba aquí, la frecuencia de su. Pero el otro en la misma.
Mira, habla con él que no necesita lo que de...
Quando sale de la cámara, solo el HDMI, por isso estava dizendo aqui,
Los que está allá.
aí na cajita dice que se usted usa de la cámara directa, solo un cable, solo el HDMI. Por isso,
Já viene junto.
por isso estávamos com um problema, porque como estávamos usando os cables, porque HDMI entra sonido e vídeo, verdade? Estávamos usando uma parte e ela parte não estava querendo reconhecer ainda.
Estava dando conflito nos
Estava dando
dois.
conflito, sim.
Wall.
Días. Sí. ¿Cómo les fue?
Cada vez melhor.
Oh, wow. Jesús. Josias. Yes. Comercial. Los comerciales, ¿verdad? Este es Jesús, Josias. He's the main man, es el hombre de la hora. También Sandra,
Ay,
esposa de Gracias. So, come on in. Just check it out. We went live. We had a lot of problems. Tuvimos muchos problemas.
I heard that too.
Ya, tuvimos muchos problemas, pero cada vez que lo estamos haciendo, como que se está haciendo más y más fácil y estamos viendo más, ellos están aprendiendo más de todo, ¿verdad? Porque estamos usando tecnología muy diferente.
Sinceramente, tuvimos que aprender hoy, porque na verdade teníamos que trabalhar em 4 pessoas, só que chegou Joey porque e aí tivemos que aprender, porque era na verdade outras pessoas que não trabalhavam com nós outros, pero el papá tuvo el problema, no el papá de tuvo problema.
Well, you guys did a great job.
¿Ah? Estamos
quedan otro, puede pasar acá. Todavía les quedan
I
otros
mean,
slides.
a very knowledgeable friend.
Depois ver quantos minutos o doutor vai falar, para mim ficar estressado.
Já conheci vocês? Nossa, desculpe. Eric. No. Él tiene su productora que hace de grabaciones para el blog.
¿Cuándo es el otro? ¿Ahorita en unos 30 minutos otra vez?
Sí, yo creo que más o menos eso.
Oh, yeah.
Josias, eu vou mandar aí uma homenagem pro Wayne, que tá me ajudando. Ele que é o produtor, ele é assim, então ele é sócio da Rita, do próprio da Rita. Então eu vou te mandar. E ele mandou uma homenagem pro Mono. Você mandar pro seu irmão?
I heard you spent the night here.
Yeah.
So you haven't rested then?
Yeah, no.
Not well.
I sleep in foam.
Oh, do you?
Not memory foam,
Yeah.
but foam.
Foam.
I find that by accident because I have back problems.
Oh.
So I always like, man, why did I like sleeping in the sofas better, you know?
Oh.
And anyway, for years, not. So I find the best foam ever. It's just foam, pero like 4-inch foam,
Yeah.
and it's very, very soft foam.
Oh.
It
That's
feels
what
like
you
you're
sleep
sleeping in clouds. And it's just cheap foam, but it's very unique foam.
And do you put it on top of your mattress?
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't feel like you're in bed because the foam gets adjusted to my body.
Yeah.
And since my back problems here,
Yeah.
I got neck problems here.
Yeah.
My body is so straight. No matter how I go, my body is straight. And I miss my bed.
Oh. That's good
When
to
I
know.
go travel, I had to buy a foam. I had that foam with me that I
Yeah. Take a little roll of foam.
Okay, lo introduzco, le voy a decir, ¿sabe qué? This is one of our board members, ese título le ayuda a todos, ¿verdad? Voy a decir, yeah, there's one of our board members, it's not a one-man show, okay? He's going to be doing a financial segment, but you know what? Let him introduce himself, let him explain to you what it is he's going to do on his segment. Y luego le damos 5 minutos, 6 minutos, y luego I go back on and we do the next session.
Déjame yo poner el nombre de él, agarrar la
Okay.
tarjeta de él.
3:30. Tenemos tiempo para 2 más, ¿verdad?
Sí,
¿Cómo se hace? ¿Cómo está usted, José?
No. Doc, estoy toda la noche, a la hora que usted necesita.
Ok,
Esto
los
es
5 que
televisión.
preparamos.
Claro, esto
Ok.
aquí es televisión.
Let's go. Ok, entonces 2 más. Ok, come on in, Jesus. So have you ever worked with this kind of stuff?
With cameras, yes.
With this kind of stuff?
Let's see, where's the zoom in thing?
All right. So, yeah, this is this guy right here. This guy, okay, Eric. He's the tech guy. Okay, he has 3 drones and everything else.
This is the guy that you told me?
Yeah. He's a sicko. Okay, he's a sicko. He's a psycho. This is the best. Okay, it looks simple. Okay, but that's not simple.
That's not simple.
Okay.
I have seen them.
But sound, this, that, whatever. Mira, esto es lo que queremos hacer. Okay, in time we will acquire our own equipment. Okay, the man who's going to get us, tell us what to buy. Okay, is going to be Eric. Okay, and then we're going to have people like yourself. We have this other young man, you didn't get to meet him. Él vino temprano. Se llama Sonny. Okay, he's a photographer, not videographer.
Right. You
Okay.
did tell me that.
All right. Well, no, that's the other guy.
Oh, the other
that
guy.
would be Ernesto. You didn't get to meet him. He'll be coming back in a little while. So there's people who are here, but we want to cross everybody,
Right.
¿verdad? A introducirlos todos. I didn't get a chance to introduce you to a young lady that I want you to meet because she's an actress. Es actriz. She was once my patient when she was a little girl, and now she's grown up. As a matter of fact, she's taller than both of us.
Both of us.
Yeah. But with a dual, you know, young man, young lady, we can do. Come on, pásale.
Is it going to be in English or Spanish?
Lo estoy haciendo bilingüe. So you could say, I'm Carlos Brunner. Yo soy Carlos Brunner. I'm gonna do it. I've been doing both.
Okay,
You just missed the whole thing, but I'm doing both right now because of that.
okay,
¿Verdad? So you could go any way you want, English, Spanish, or both.
okay.
Lo que sea mejor.
It's easier for me for the
What's
video
easier?
to do it in English, but I can also
Okay, do it in English. No,
say
no.
something at the end in Spanish.
No.
just to-
This is first shot at it.
Yes.
Okay, this is what you do. Say it in English, close out in Español. Okay, I'll repeat what you said in English and Español.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay,
Don't worry.
perfect.
Okay, so yeah, so we want to get Sunny together. We want to get Sunny in next week sometime. We want to get Sunny. We want to get this young lady, Sandra Miranda. She goes by the name of Kat. Her name is Sandra. That's how I knew her. And I said, Sandra, ¿cómo estás? Kat. Okay. We should get a bunch of cats together, you know, for the meeting, but everybody wear cat shirts. Okay, vamos a hacer algo just to blow her mind, okay? Now, we don't know anything about her ability. We don't know anything about her heart. I don't know her. I last saw her when she was in high school, and now she's graduated from college with that. She's trying to get into the industry. But she is the perfect person if we were to do some kind of like a news type thing that you mentioned before.
Right.
We're looking at a studio in Long Beach, okay, so that we can have flexibility, lights and all that kind of stuff, big table and
Right.
whatever else, so that we can market the vitamins and things of that nature and whatever else we have to do, green screen and stuff. So that's in the works. We're going to go next weekend if you want to join us.
Sure.
Okay, next weekend. Sábado y Domingo, I'm going to find out when he's available. They'll open up the studio in Long Beach for us so that we can check it out, look at it. They want us there. They have, I think, 7 studios. They have 3 going. So they want more people in there just so that when the next guy comes to look at it, it looks busier, you know. So it's working for them, it's working for us, and it looks like we might be able to do something like that, okay? So it's getting crazy. This is day 1.
Yes.
Okay? This was day 1, man, and we're going live,
Right.
which makes it somewhat unique,
Right.
you know. So let me get to this one.